Okay. Okay. Let's make sure that everything is situated. We've got all the lights turned on. We've got the air conditioner turned off. We've got the phone volume turned off. We've got... trying to think if there's anything else I'm missing. I think that's all of it. We can get logged in. This, of course, is the pre-show where I find myself confused and frazzled. Let's see. Man, I applied for a job that I don't think I'm qualified for, but gotta apply. What am I gonna do? Not? Okay, let's see. So, it's goblin season again. There's treasure goblins running around, but before we get truly started, let me just see if the store has anything for free. Anything in here that says, ooh, yay. Doesn't look like it. So we'll just get logged in. Then I'll get the Spotify going. Again, I am not going to be playing it over the stream. If you hear the music over the stream, that's a problem. That means something went wrong. So, what are we in the mood for? How's about... I'm going to take a look at my community playlist, because it's been a while since I've played from any of those. Let's go to... well, these are all too short. I don't think any of them are over 3 hours, or even close to 3 hours. So, instead, let's... go here. Come on, baby. There we go. I'm going to try to have the chat open so that I can see what's going on. We're going to get started very soon. Let me just get this jam going. How's about we start with this one? Okay. If you are in chat, tell me if you hear the music playing over the stream, because that's a bad thing. And then, if you want to know what I'm bopping my head to, that's it. That's the thing. So, hello and welcome to Diablo 4 Sins of the Horadrim. I am Sammy. This is Sammy. You are Sammy. We are all Sammy. And today we are going to continue working on this stuff. We're very close to completing Legacies of Hatred. I don't know if I know how to get escalating dungeon sigils. So let's see, I am out of them in my stash. Let's just really quickly see, because I just haven't been paying attention. That's not escalating. Let's do a quick little Google. Let's see what the internet tells us about it. Let's go. We're gonna say D4, how to get escalation sigil. People are so stupid on the internet. And I'm gonna call this person out because they were like, it's not worth it. Their exact quote for someone saying, the question is, How do I get escalation sigils in Diablo 4 Sins of the Horadrim? And the top rated answer is they're not worth it. Yes, they are. Homies. Look at the very first thing that I'm trying to accomplish. That says escalating nightmares. Therefore, they are worth it because I need one. I really dislike when people have it in their head that like, oh, I'm so cool. Whatever. So, let's see if we can find someone who's actually helpful. We've got Wowhead. Let's see what you have to say. And feel free to jump in the chat if you know how to actually collect them. Let's see. They are required to open escalating nightmares. Your first one will be granted via the quest line. Players can also find these inside Horadric caches granted from strong rooms completed in Torment 1 or higher. Okay. I deleted all of my strong room ones because I was just like, all right, well, I don't need any more powers. So that sucks. That was a boo-boo. But that's essentially what we have learned. So a couple of things that I am also working on. I am trying to find equipment to switch builds. I didn't have a lot of time to play between streams. I think I only played for like a half an hour. I didn't find anything. So I've got one helmet that I can use, and then I've got to find more. I've got to find a lot of stuff. I've got all of the ancestral stuff that I need. Also, for the Blood Wave Necromancer build that I am currently running on maxroll.gg, that's where the build guide is. That one recommends a Shroud of False Death that I still have not found. So I'm also kind of looking for that. But let's go ahead and, I guess, warm up with a nightmare dungeon, a regular nightmare dungeon. It's not doing anything towards our seasonal story, except maybe collecting some more reputation, but we'll live with it. That's what we gotta do. And if you are on the internet, particularly if you are on Reddit, and you see someone asking a question, and you just don't think that they are thinking correctly, stay out of it. Don't answer the dang question. Go somewhere else. Spend your time doing literally anything else. Telling someone, oh, well, what you want to know, you don't need to know. That's so stupid. I'm just mad. I am angry that was the top answer. I'm too used to Reddit being a place where you can go to actually get an answer, and so whenever someone is like, you don't want to know the answer to that, I'm like, okay, well, you have failed Reddit. You should not be allowed to have an account anymore. All right. At least we found one. Accidentally, but we found one. Maybe we'll get an escalating sigil to drop accidentally. But we are also looking for points for the season, for the vial, the whatever it is. Okay, there. Now he did. All right. We're definitely going to go with this one. The question becomes, I don't want to grab and carry stuff because I end up forgetting about it and dropping it. So I think I'll go with that. And let's go with this one. Let's give it a shot. Let's see. I haven't done a lot of these. I think I've only ever done them to try to collect the seasonal powers. And since then, I just kind of ignored them. So now I'm like, ooh, I want to do a strong room again. I'm gonna go this way over to this guy. All of those dudes, and hopefully everybody. There we go. Ritual complete. There's another one. I do ignore a lot of the baddies because I'm just like, why do I care about these guys? They give you points. I really should be trying to kill dudes, but I'm over here like, no, I gotta go for the highest thing. And there is our beast. Thank you for the rewards. Still got like 45 seconds to get this done. I think we're doing pretty well. I've noticed that I've lost a lot of armor. I made some changes to my equipment, thinking that I was making good changes, and then I realized that I made very poor changes. So that's been one of the struggles I've had here late season, is trying to survive what's going on. Okay, I'm just making sure because it looks like it's got a blast wave symbol above it, so I'm like, is it gonna give me a blast wave shrine? No? But it did give me gloves, so we can take a look at those, well, later, because I don't want to get attacked. I don't want to be attacked. So we're gonna head out, finish the dungeon, and then we will check our equipment to see if anything is an improvement, or if anything will be good for the next build, because I am going to try to switch builds. I'm not as impressed with this Blood Wave Necromancer now, at the late end of the season. I have hit a wall, and I feel like I'm just not doing the damage I need to be doing in order to complete some of these challenges, so... French Fries was on yesterday saying to try out the Blood Surge. It's based on a core ability. And yeah, we're gonna try that. If I can find all the equipment for it. So no guarantee to it happening today, but it is one of the goals. Okay, got a bunch of dudes killed. We're gonna go take this guy out. I also do not have all of the correct stuff equipped right now. In particular, I put on the corrosive vapor. The build guide calls for the nebulous extract, and there is a lot of boosts for using it, but when we look at this chapter, I'm just like, it'd be cool if I could finish this off. It's only rewards, but it's the only... Well, I haven't gone through the entire season journey, but that's one of those things that I keep looking at, and I'm like, why haven't I finished that? So I'm giving it a solid shot at finishing it. And if it gets too frustrating, we can always turn the difficulty down just to complete that section. But I'm over here thinking, well, if I'm in Torment 4, surely that will give me better rewards, and so I should want to stay in Torment 4. Alright, took those guys out. I'm still looking, because I thought this was a gold one, so I'm kind of looking for Horadrim chests that might have a bunch of gold. Nope, that's just smoke. Okay, well, I didn't see any there, but we did have a strong room, and that was good. Especially because I was dumb last night, and I was like, well, I don't need to go to the strong rooms anymore. But if that's the only place I can find escalating sigils, then I need to keep my strong room ones.
Akarat, protect me!
I also skipped every strong room in yesterday's stream, thinking that I was going to complete that 10-minute challenge. Failed every time, but now I'm sitting here like, I probably should pay attention to the time, and if it's not looking good, then I should be willing to do a stronghold and try to get another escalating sigil to try it again later. There we go. I knew there would be some Horadrim chests in here. Get that. Hand on the right wall. I don't necessarily need the gold, but the thing I will spend gold on, let me turn that off, will be trying to swap out abilities. Alright, not there. Let's keep going. We will find something. There's another one. I'm gonna go check that one before getting a little bit too lost in the sauce. I do kind of want to explore this area to get all the gold I can get, but I don't need to. We'll see how I'm feeling. We'll see how I'm feeling. Hey, Gaming Mike! You are here. I am glad to see you. Uh-oh. Whoa. That's the thing I'm going to have to get used to with streaming from OBS. It's figuring out how I'm going to keep track of chat. Because I don't see when messages are coming in anymore. As opposed to streaming from the PlayStation, where it just put the messages right on the screen for me to see. Maybe what I should do... I guess I can put that there. Maybe. Holy crap, Gaming Mike's channel, 10,000 to the Fry Play Challenge. We're still a ways away, but we're getting closer every time. And I did make it a challenge this time, because I was like, you know what? I want to see if people actually show up for it. I found the door. Fresh meat! Hey, there's a chest. There's a butcher. I've also turned off the sound on my end, so I don't hear anything happening in the game right now. Because I don't know the solution to that. Unless I use one of those sound cables and then put all of the sound through the headphones. But then I can't listen to music. And so I have to choose between the video game and the music. And I tend to choose music in most situations. Okay. I thought for sure that there was a dude chasing me, and then I think I just fired that off. For good reason. Good. I think that was all. I don't think that he's the type that splits apart, because I don't see any others running around. Where are you? There you are. Alright, let's get out of here. I don't need the rest of the gold. Okay. Don't see any other chests. I'm glad that guy... Ah, boo. I mean, it's very straightforward when the goal is to kill all enemies. It just sometimes feels like, dang it, I was in the mood to be running around. I want to run around. Let's see. Okay. So apparently there is a way to split the audio. So I have to figure out how to do that. I was too busy last night to look up any tutorials on OBS. Because I do know that I need to like learn how to use it for real, which means I do need to sit through and watch stuff. And maybe I'll find time to do that tonight. Just sit there and pull up several different playlists on YouTube and try to learn how to do this stuff. But in the meantime, yeah, so, and then I read your next message talking about the music playing right now. I have my desktop muted in OBS, so it's not running from the PlayStation. When I stream from the PlayStation, and I decide to listen to music, it will allow me to listen to music, but it will not push that music to anyone else. It's just for me. So that was why I got into that habit of tuning in and then just turning off or turning on the music without worrying about it going to stream, because the PlayStation just automatically dealt with that for me. With OBS, I can mute the desktop so it doesn't bring that audio over, but I don't know how to make it so it doesn't record that audio for a VOD. And then we get into the issue of what happens if I add multi-streaming in the future. Will it separate from the VOD on every platform or only for one? Like, I have a lot of questions. So again, I just need to start looking up tutorials. I need to find the time to actually learn how to use OBS, learn best practices for streaming. So until then, you're stuck with me doing worst practices. Okay. I keep hoping that I can lure these baddies into my attacks. They don't seem all that interesting. Okay. Freaking hordes. Oh! Somehow I beat everybody? I thought there were people in that room. That must be an event over there. And I'm going to ignore it. I'm gonna ignore it this time. Okay, so I need to find a plugin that will allow me to isolate the audio from the desktop and then allow it in the streams, but not the VODs? Is that what I'm understanding? I think that's what you're telling me. So there's a lot of stuff I gotta learn. I'm just impressed with the fact that we have gotten here. Yes, so that's what I do have. Desktop audio is fully muted. And then the plugin should allow me to treat it like a separate audio source. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so I'll have to look into that and figure this stuff out. And then I've also got to figure out which plugins I have installed that need to be uninstalled. Because in my efforts to try to figure out how to multi-stream, I was downloading a bunch of stuff. Then I would start to try to use it, and I couldn't figure it out, and things wouldn't work correctly. And so I was like, all right, well, guess I'm not going to use that anymore. And now I've forgotten what that is because I immediately went and downloaded a new plugin that was supposed to do what the old plugin did. And now I've probably got too many plugins fighting with each other, and it sucks. Okay. Sit just above, let's see, the regular Diablo bar. My regular Diablo bar. Are you talking like my health bar? Let's see. Okay. All right, I will probably try to shrink them eventually and see what I can do to make them work a little bit better. But when you talk about the bar, I'm assuming... I also realize that my big fat head is kind of blocking. There's my health a little bit. You guys can see that. And then, yeah, the mana is covered. There's nothing on the bottom right part of the screen except for occasional dialogue. So I usually ignore that completely. Let me take a quick look. I do realize I am covering up my equipment, so you guys don't get to see everything. But if we were looking for a blood surge build, we don't want to switch the weapon. Let's take a look at gloves. Nope, we don't want gloves because we've got the Crewer's Embrace. What about an amulet? They want coalesced blood and tides of blood. And this has neither. So we picked up a bunch of useless stuff, and that's fine. That's fine. Oh, wait. What about for what I'm using now? Like the Bloodwave Necromancer. That one says intelligence and critical strike chance. This has critical strike chance. Do I want Blood Surge? I don't think I do. No, that's the other thing. Yeah, it's not worth it. We're dumping everything. It's all getting melted down.
What you need?
And then we still did not collect what we wanted. Huh. Okay. But I can at least get all of these, maybe. Nope, that's still not enough. All right. I've been holding on to too many of these keys, these distilled fears, because I kept thinking, I'll go do it when there's a whisper tied to it. And finally, that day has come. So I'll get the whispers for doing it the first time, and then I'll just clean up some of my inventory by doing it a few more times. Interesting. I thought there would be more dudes. Not complaining, just observing. Let's go, you and me. Big guy, see what you got. Don't fly away. Let me... Ow. What a jerk. It's like, let me hit you enough times to see if I can manage to get some overpower going. Here he comes again. Let's get him. Do have to stay a little bit mobile. No! You jerk. I ain't gonna let these guys push me around like this. No. I'm... Ah! Getting hit. Oh my gosh, that almost killed me. Oh. That was a little closer than I wanted it to be. That was a little bit more intense than I was anticipating. Okay. We're gonna mark everything else for junk because there's no reason to get all excited about it. I'm not gonna keep any of it. It's all gonna get melted down. I've got better versions anyway. I don't want to keep anything that I don't need. Formidable. And then we're gonna hit this guy one more time just to get rid of that second stack. What a jerk. Always hitting me. He thinks he's the boss or something. Gotta do our best to survive this. Ah! He's got one hit left. All I need him to do is get back down here and kill him. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, I was like, I don't see his health bar. Where is he? It's because he was dead. It's because he had already died. I had done it already. Alright, so nothing really that impressive. Maybe I'll use my backup controller as something to prop up the phone. I'm over here looking for like things that I can use. All right, let's see. What do we have here? We've got the Mutilator Plate and the Sanguivore Blade of Zeer. Now the Sanguivore, I already have a 2-star, so we can dump. And then the Mutilator Plate. Do I have a better version? I do. All right, well that's dope. Everything can be trashed. And I'm into that. Okay, so looking at all of this, we still haven't found another escalation thing. The only thing I can think of doing in terms of the season journey would be these two. Because until I find another escalating sigil, these are all out of the question. So, I think doing events will be better, and I think the smart thing to do would be to figure out where are events in a specific region. You know what I mean? Saying like, hey, how do I find events here? Let's just make sure that you guys aren't buying hydrates or anything. Okay. What is this region called? Fethys Wetlands. That did not offer the help that I was hoping for. See, there. Nope, that's the altars of Lilith. Apparently nobody wants to tell me where events tend to spawn. Oh well. I guess that means we'll run around like a chicken with our heads cut off. Run around like a fool! And if you know of a location that I should be looking, feel free to shout it out in the comments, and I will try. I will try. No promises, but I will try to keep an eye on it. And I gotta say no promises because I usually don't know that someone has sent a message until a while has passed. Look at it. I can't believe he survived one of those. I'm glad he's dead now, but come. So there are two things I can do here. One is finding local events and trying to do 5 of them back to back. I don't remember what the time limit is. We're gonna just kind of ride around. There's one. Let's head over to it.
Is someone there?
This one takes a little while. That's okay.
Please, I need your help. I can't see.
We'll just slowly do this. Hopefully another player comes by and speeds it up. Speaking of other players, if you are on PlayStation Plus, make sure to get Diablo 4 this month before it leaves PlayStation Plus. It is one of the free games for Essential. It does not include the DLC. So that one does have to be purchased separately, and I don't know how PlayStation handles it if you end your PlayStation Plus subscription, but you have purchased the DLC for a game. I imagine that they're just like, sorry, you gotta buy the full game. Like, congrats on owning the DLC. You can't use it. Okay. We're doing pretty well.
You left me.
Get that. Did that count? Was that the end of it? Because it's still showing. Ah. I had to kill one last dude. But I'm glad he's taken care of. He's gone. He's done with. None of my abilities besides my ultimate do any damage, and so sometimes when I'm just kind of trying to kill people, I'm just sitting there waiting for my ultimate to come back. Okay, let's travel in this direction first. We're kind of ignoring most things that are going on, looking for another circle on the map. I'm gonna go kill that guy. Oh, what a jerk! Oh, he walked right back into it. That was actually kind of nice of him. Oh, what a jerk! He ran away again. There we go. Keep getting distracted by treasure goblins because there is a resplendent spark at stake, or on offer rather. If I can kill enough goblins, I can get another resplendent spark, which at this point just means that I get another chance to roll the dice again and see if I can get a Shroud of False Death. Okay. Don't see any other events there. Let's travel south a ways. Hopefully I'm not following another player looking for events. Well, unless I catch up to them. And then I can do the events with them. But if we're, if they're already finished with events and then I'm showing up, let's see if we can get this guy. Nope, he got away again. Come on, baby. Excellent. Think I got him. No, I did not. There. Now I got him. And we got our first goblin reward. I don't know if you saw that, or if my big fat face was covering it. But it did show up on the screen. I have not found a second event to complete. Found lots of goblins. Glad I'm finding the goblins. Come on, baby. Okay, I think I got him. I think he was distracted just long enough for me to get him. And there's another event. Let's get over to it if we can. Come on. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Oh, I'm supposed to dismantle these things. And there are people hitting me. Ugh! Come on. Get them closer and let's just get it. This is one of the most annoying of the local events. Because every time I hit the button to do it, if I can, well, it's not if, I absolutely can get interrupted. So if I'm working on this alone, then every time an enemy spawns, that interrupts everything. I don't think I've got the time to do it. There's the last one. Stop hitting me. Stop it! Oh my gosh. This is a little bit irritating. I would absolutely love it if a rando showed up. Not that I need him anymore. Too late now. That's 2, maybe? Let's just make sure. 2. Okay, it was within 30 minutes. So I've got a pretty good amount of time left to try to find 3 others. Well, I might have like 10 minutes. But there were like 20 minutes left in the Helltide when I showed up here. So it's possible that I could complete this if I can do those other 3 before time runs out. Here's another one. Oh, this game. Okay, don't know what I did. I guess the event is just a... Oh, it's waves of enemies. Hopefully I can keep them all localized so they keep spawning. Because we don't want them going out to like the edges and then making it harder to complete the task at hand. We have 3 out of 5. We are at 4 out of 5. Come on with that. Get out of here. Alright, we did it. And that's all I needed to know. Okay. That was pretty good as well.
I find things, even if they don't want to be found.
I don't know if you get greater rewards for completing more waves. That part I don't know about. I do know that I'm not getting any more whispers until I head back into town. Which might be worth doing. Let's see if I can. Really fast. Just to turn in the whispers, get the treasure, and then we'll get back to running around looking for these events. Just in case there's anything I'm missing. Okay, so another player over there, but that's not important to me. What is important to me is getting around here and looking for more local events. Oh my gosh. Come on, fire! Sometimes this game's like, you want to fire your ultimate? Now? I mean, it's available. You can if you want to. It's weird. Okay. Did not find one here. I can try to kill this dude really fast. It's not an event, it's not helping towards what we're trying to do. That means a coward and he always runs away from me. Come on. Stop running away, you big chicken. You big chicken. Come on, give me my ultimate back. There. We are maxed out on our wanted levels, so I need to stay mobile and I need to get moving to bigger groups of enemies and then move on to the next one. Okay. Excellent. I have my doubts as to whether or not I'm going to complete this challenge. And it looks as though I did not. Because I think it would have told me if I had done it. I can collect a new reward. But this portion of this season challenge has become quite difficult. It's almost like it's the last chapter or something.
Fortunate timing. Let's see who can hunt the most.
What are we looking
meat.
for?
Most power.
Excellent. We are trying to kill more dudes than Variana.
That one was going to be mine.
Where are we at? 50 versus 14. So I think we're doing pretty well against Variana. Like, if we can stay way above her, that's even better. But if I'm stuck waiting for my ultimate, then she gets a chance to catch up. Although she did not do a very good job of that.
That one was going to be mine.
Okay. How are we doing? All right, we did it. I'm going to take a quick look. Apparently that did not count. All right, so we're still at 3. Okay, I don't see one down there, so I'm going to... Ugh! This freaking map. I hate it. I hate it. I hate getting stuck on the map. I hate getting knocked off my horse. We've got 5 minutes to find 2 more events and do our best not to get stuck on the environment. Still don't see one. All right, I've got my horse back. What about up here? Come on, map. I do wish they had, this is just something that I wish in most games. It's not exclusive to Diablo. I wish they had rounded edges. Meaning that, like, if you are walking into the wall, you shouldn't be stuck. You should always essentially be bounced away from the wall. But that's just me. Maybe it's impossible to do. But it's just so weird that I can ever get stuck on a map. Like, in real life, there's very few times when you're walking around and you brush up against a wall and get stuck and have to go backwards to keep moving. Maybe your clothes can get stuck. Where's the rest of the baddies?
Will be tested now.
Come on, give me these last 30 seconds. I need it. I need it to be finished. What I'm hoping for is that I complete this particular event, and then I want to ride north. I hope to find another event, and that should be 5 within 30 minutes. Because there were only 20 minutes-ish left in the actual Helltide. Let me check. We did it! Never mind! So there still is something to do in the Helltides. And that is, you know, dealing with my wanted level. But we have done the local events. We have 2 challenges left to finish this season. Holy cinders, Batman. I'm going to ride over to this mystery chest, because that's 250, and these are all going to expire in less than 2 minutes. So if I can spend a bunch of them before they expire, that'd be cool. Of course, all these dudes are going to keep hitting me from a distance. There. Okay. Is there another one nearby? Directly south of me, there is an amulet one. Just go ahead and crash that. And in the last 50 seconds, can I get to that weapon? I don't think I can. I'm gonna go for this one instead. You jerks! Stop touching me! Stop it! Got it. 20 seconds left on the clock. We spent about 400 cinders. Oh, and I'm full up on inventory space. I'm gonna give them their last 10 seconds to try to stop me. Oh, that's why I can't pick it up. So the Hawazar Barding that I am highlighting right now is another piece of horse armor. I might already have it, but that's not gonna stop me from trying to pick it up. Maybe I want it again. Okay, let's start with just marking everything as junk. We will dump that. Then we'll head back over, pick up the stuff we left behind.
Sings on your return.
And then take a look at our season journey and figure out what to do next. I guess I didn't have this. But cool. We got a new set of horse armor. Always glad to have it. Probably should not have opened that so close to my portal. I think we got everything. Excellent. And as, you know, I've been saying, we're going to continue working towards the Blood Wave Necromancer until I have enough equipment to actually switch over to the Blood Surge. So, starting with our Paragon points, We are going in this direction because we want that. Damage reduction when fortified, and 6.5% more fortified generation. That is helping me because, as you see, I have only 500 armor. I am in a little bit of trouble. So, on the helmets, they want cooldown reduction and intelligence. This has neither. That sucks. On the chest, we want intelligence, armor, and those are the two most important. This has intelligence, then it has two things I can't use. So we'll ignore that as well. We will look at the weapon. Go back here. Max life is the number one, which this has. In fact, this just swaps, essentially, a couple of things. So I don't think I'm going to make this change. I'm fine with what I've got. Pants is golden. I will check the other build, where I'm going to use an ancestral pair of pants. But on the helmet, it wants the exact same thing with just different tempers. So that is no bueno. And that is no good as well. What about our rings? Okay, probably not going to replace any of my 2 stars. We want coalesced blood, tides of blood. No, we want attack speed and intelligence, or critical strike chance. Okay. This does not have anything I want. That 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 has attack speed. I could probably try. Okay, so we're gonna try to play with this one. This will become a grasping veins. On this guy, the amulets are going to be the hardest because that's the one where they want ranks to specific skills, and those are so rare. At least for me. Maybe in your experience playing, you get ranks to stuff all the time, but I don't see it that often with the stuff I'm working on. So, we're going to go here. We're going to drop the overpower damage because we want intelligence. Or critical strike chance. I would also take that. Alright, well, let's take the intelligence. And then we want to make it aspect of grasping veins, which is almost maxed out.
Master,
And
right
then
aura,
finally,
brighter soul.
we want blood attack speed and ultimate cooldown reduction. Cross those fingers, baby. I could live with blood damage, but it's probably not what I want. There's the ultimate cooldown reduction, which I'm gonna try to get, because the other ones are useless to me. Come on, baby, give me that ultimate cooldown. There it is. And it's right in the middle. So now we can roll the dice trying to get blood attack speed. But a lot of these are useful. And I've got a few scrolls of restoration. There it is. I'm going to take it. I'm keeping it. So, There we go. Right now, I have been holding on to these 3. Oh, I already leveled up that helmet. So let's do the same to this one.
More there than I thought.
There we go.
My hammer sings on your return.
So, this goes in the stash. Nothing else was really useful. So we'll just get rid of everything. But now we have 2 pieces of equipment for the replacement ability when we make that change. Okay. How much time do we have on this? 20 minutes. That should be enough time. I will fire off my overpower and then all of those. Give myself a tiny bit more. And I think I need... I'm going to try to go for a tier 85. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. I was not able to do it last time. But maybe I have improved a little bit. Maybe I've made myself a little stronger.
Know that I have your back.
Oh boy. I'm glad this is a big crowd, but I'm not a big fan of how much I'm doing to try to hurt them. So, the song that's playing now, I like it. It's a good Bloodhound Gang song that reeks of the 90s pessimism that we all loved so much. And I was playing I think it was this playlist with this lady I was dating at the time. And she was like, this song is no good and I think you should take it off this playlist. I don't think you should listen to it ever. And I was like, well, but I like it. Oh, man. And if you're sitting there thinking, what song is he talking about? Let me know and I'll drop the link to the jam in the chat. Okay. Eventually, I'm going to need to take a look at my catalyst abilities to see if I have finally earned the right to move past this particular one. Because all of the catalyst abilities except for the shadow-based one are not actually going to be of much use to me. Like, this one does poison damage, and it gives me all these bonuses to whatever poison damage I am currently doing, but I'm doing 0 poison damage, so the only poison damage I'm doing is from the catalyst. Or from the power. I don't know if this is a catalyst. Oh, good. They're dead. We are not doing well on time. We are ahead, but not by enough. Come on, baby. Do 1,000,000 damage. got us a good little amount ahead, but time is still not on our side, and we're not doing enough damage. How is he still alive? There. Ignore that guy and instead go to the group. Gotta aim for the large groups. Come on, give me my corpse tendrils. Freaking Jewel Guardians showed up. I mean, they're gonna help. They count as elites, and elites are worth more to the timer. But they also can take a lot of hits. In fact, I'm gonna ignore them. I don't think they're worth it anymore. Maybe they will continue chasing me in here. I will fight them with a crowd, but can't spend 10 minutes working on 3 dudes who are barely gonna move the needle. Come on, guys. If there's a champion, I need that champion to get into the fight. Okay, this is not working out. Keep hoping that... Oh, there we go. Got one of them. Like, I do a lot of overpower damage. The problem is I only have a 3% chance of doing overpower damage. And I don't know if I've ever seen anything that increases overpower chance. And it seems like this build is all about overpower damage. Now I get that overpower, baby. And I'm like, what? Why? It never fires. 3 in 100 attacks. It's overpower. Okay. Stay out of trouble. Kind of make a plan. Maybe we can get out of this. Nah, I'm not doing enough damage to those guys. We're gonna ditch them. Like, I gotta go for the larger groups. It's the only way I'm gonna do well enough to survive. But, I hate to say it, I don't think I am going to complete this. I don't think I will accomplish this goal. Because by the time I get to the boss, I won't be doing enough damage. I kind of rely on hitting groups. So I probably should have done this at a tier 80. If I can kill this dude, then I'll run away. That's the other reason I hate these Jewel Guardians, is that they lock me in. There. Got one. Nope. Come on. I don't know if you saw that, but that was very close. For some reason, OBS does not allow me to ban people. That's a little strange. Or is it a different button? No, it just says he's restricted. I don't want him to be restricted. I want him to be banned. Oh well. There we go. Another thing I am going to have to learn about OBS. How to deal with bans. Okay. I don't have a lot of time. Come on. Let me see how much time. Please. 10 minutes. All right. We're going to try it. We're going to see if we can do this. 10 minutes is not a lot of time, but we've got to try.
Know that I have your back.
I'm not annihilating these dudes in one hit. So even tier 80, I have lost my abilities. Come on, guys. Hurry and be dead. I think he died. Didn't look like he died. Looked like he just disappeared. But maybe he's dead. Okay, that worked out. We've got this dude with increased health. I don't know why that makes it so he's also got increased armor, but good on him, I guess. All right, I'm getting myself distracted, focusing on a single person, and single dudes are not worth the time. Okay, let's go to the right. Not. All right, well, we killed a couple of dudes and that brought up the time pretty good. But I need a lot more time. Found another uber elite. So I'm probably going to completely, yeah, I'm going to completely ignore him. Like, if he wants to stick around and fight with me, then great, he can follow to the next crowd. But I'm not going to try to just kill that one dude. I want to kill the crowd of dudes. Four elites. They are worth a lot of time. So if I can take them out, that'll help a lot. Alright, excellent. When you see that X on that vampiric dude, that means that I canceled out his power. And that is the goal for this challenge that I'm doing on the side. I don't need to do it. I've already completed the chapter that particular challenge is a part of. But it'd be cool. It'd be cool to finish all of it. Got like 5 minutes before the whispers expire. So even though it says I have 10 minutes left in the pit, I think I've got like about 5 minutes left if I wanted to get those rewards, which was the whole reason I came in here, was for the pit, or the Tree of Whispers. Come on, guys. Excellent. Okay. Keep gunning. Keep pushing. I didn't realize my ultimate was not ready yet. So I walked right into a bunch of people punching me. There's another Uber. I don't know if that's what they're called, but they've got 3 abilities tied to them. So I just kind of call them Uber Elites. Because why not? They're evil. So why not? Can I drag him here? That's the real question. Or can I drag those people up to him? If I can get this group together, there we go. That's exactly what I wanted. That was perfect. That was less perfect, but at least we got the job done. Worship. Gotta watch out for these lightning towers. I think I've got maxed out resistances now, but I still don't want to get hit by stuff. Like, if I can avoid it, then yeah, I want to avoid it.
Formidable.
Things are going pretty well. This group is closer. And we found a dead end. I love finding a dead end when I still have plenty of space to go to. Because then it's like, sweet, don't have to come back here. That's a big group. Let's get them. I don't know if I will get the Whispers completed. Yeah, especially if I'm doing such minimal damage to this guy. Glad I got him knocked down, but not even cleared a quarter of his health. We'll do it in time to get the pit complete. I just don't know if I'll be able to finish it in time for Whispers. Alright, we got him down 1/4. There. Dang it. I mean, we got him halfway, which is great. But now I just have to start paying attention to other floor is lava issues. There we go. alone. Your mighty soul. It's fetch. I gotta remember to blink. My eyeballs are starting to burn because I keep forgetting to blink. This is why I don't play as many video games as an adult on my spare time. Because I forget to blink. I can stay away from that. Ooh, boy, he almost got me. Excellent. Okay, less excellent, but fine. I'm still blocking. I'm still getting away. I'm still mobile. There we go. So yeah, we did not get the whispers. It has to be completed within that time. It's not that I could start it and then get it marked as complete. Fortunately, we are still at 100%, so that's good. So let's go ahead and get everything up by 1. And I could potentially do another 80 and still be at 100%. So that is good. That is good. Yeah. I gotta wipe my eyeball. Okay. Sway your mighty soul. And we didn't get enough, or we didn't get anything that we wanted. So instead, I'm gonna look to see. It looks as though we could go do a compass for some whispers. So I think I'll do that because the compasses at least are good for sometimes getting some really good equipment. And I also think I'm going to move the chat over here. Because I think since I don't know how to control the way the chat works, and it's populating from bottom to top, I think it'd be better to put it in the white space on the right-hand side of the screen all the way over there. I think that would be easier to read. Whiskey when it ain't cocaine. This time I make a change. Try to roll around insane. I'm gonna finish this soul spider that was right there. And I'm gonna deal with this guy that's right here. Now, in the last 10 seconds, can I accomplish anything else? Okay. Now, looking at everything, I'm trying to skip every Soul Spire related thing. Because with this particular build, I need dudes to come to me. And so I just find myself standing around inside the Soul Spire looking like an idiot. Obviously, this is the best way to go. I have never done the one that increases move speed because it's temporary, and I don't know why I would want to be any faster. So Ether Rush, I have never even considered as an option. Like, if it's between Soul Spires and an Ether Rush, I will pick the Soul Spires because I just don't... I don't know why I would ever pick a temporary improvement. What do we got over here? Just gotta wait a couple more seconds. Can't believe he didn't die on that first attack. Alright, I'll go to your stupid Soul Spires that ruin everything. Okay, there's another red dot. Aha! Shaman! I do wish Subo could kill these dudes, but whatever. It's fine. Now, starting with an event is almost always a good thing. We're skipping Spires, but this one where the Ether Fiends grant 2 more, I think I'm going to go with the Masses. That way we are starting every wave with getting some Ether. And eventually, hopefully, we can get the one where they spawn Ether Lords. Make it even easier. Of course, I desperately want to collect more Hellborn boosts. There they are. Good. And the great thing about Hellborn is when the time runs out, they don't run away. Everybody else except for Ether Lords, they also stick around. But the Hellborn, like, I could just ignore them and then come back and deal with them when the time runs out, which is what I'm doing now. What do we got? Summon Lords are good. Bursting Fiends are fun. But I gotta go with this one. Genuinely, I really do love Bursting Fiends just for its fun aspect. I know it's not adding to my total cinders earned or whatever. But it's fun. Bunch of dudes exploding. That's cool. Okay, let's get up here. Take these dudes out. Still got like 16 seconds. He didn't die. There we go. Let's make sure the Ether Lord spawns. So that way we get a chance to take him out. Okay, we are definitely doing the exalted Hellborn. Hair Lords. Hellborn, they are going to be exalted. That's just a repeat, which would mean that 2 of them showed up. Hey, Blazin! I missed it! I'm glad you're here! I'm sorry! I've got a new setup, and so I no longer see the chats happening in real time, and so I just have to remember to actually look at the chats, and then I can see. But I'm glad you forgive me in this today. But I'm glad to have you here. It's always exciting. Oh boy, do I hear that about it being a long day. Yeah. It is. It's Tuesday and it feels like it's been such a long week.
Tested.
Good. Take everybody out. Take that out, so hopefully the Hellborn, yeah, they stuck around. I have had it, I mean this has been seasons ago, but I have had times when the Hellborn didn't chase me, they just went away, and I think it was because I didn't activate them, so to speak. Let's do the Butcher. Yeah, Paragon 210, little by little, we're still getting strong. I am currently hunting down more equipment because I'm thinking I'm going to switch builds. I think I have hit a wall with this Blood Wave. I don't think finding the Shroud of False Death is going to be enough to get me over the edge for what I'm looking for. So, I figure I should start collecting equipment and do my best to try out a different build. Maybe a different build will give me what I'm looking for. Okay, where are you? Anyone else? You! Freaking shaman. Probably one over here. Nope, that was still a heavy hitter, but you know, not what I thought it was. Okay, we're definitely doing the Surging Hellborn because I ignore spires all day, every day. Oh, I already forgot about this. Sitting here thinking like, yeah, get ready. And then I remembered I have to deal with other stuff first. Okay. Let's get this Ether Lord and then make our way around. We can try to activate as many things as possible. Good. And the Hellborn are showing up, so that's also excellent. We can convince them to come this way. 211, baby! 211. Okay. We'll clean up our garbage in a bit. I imagine there is a shaman somewhere still reviving peoples. I can find them. Of course, I can also try to make these dudes blow themselves up. There were no shaman. I was wrong. I was wrong entirely. Can you believe it? Me? Wrong? I think I would rather +1 of them, because then all of them are giving me +1 ether. But also, let's just make sure that we continue to keep ourselves on our feet. Oh, we got a posture check and then a hydrate as soon as I've got a moment. I should have checked before I hit the button. But I can at least sit up straight and cut off the top of my head. That's the real reason he wanted a posture check. To chop off the top of my head. Okay. I'm ignoring that soul spire. I think I would rather continue working on dudes. There's another one. Alright, fine. That worked. That almost worked the way I wanted it. Okay. You know what else, Blazin'? I'm glad you got that hydrate, because guess what I forgot to grab before the stream started? I forgot to grab my water. So, moment of truth, let's see if I die trying to go get water. I'll be right back. I hope you have a good evening, Blazin'. Thank you for swinging by and dropping a little bit more towards that Fry Play community challenge. Excellent. Okay, we got our water. Let's redeem. Oh no! Ah, delicious. Maybe? Yes, 100% yes. That way we are getting 2 ether events right at the start.
Formidable.
Yes. Blast that dude. Interesting. He got a free hit before I was allowed to hit him. Come on, baby. There we go. Big hits. Hopefully we can get those Hellborn down here. Yes, there they are. There's our other shaman. Do we have any more? I don't see them. Excellent. Alright, the 15 more is not really going to have that much of an impact on me, so I think I would rather go for fun. And as I often say, bursting fiends, it's not great for much except for fun. So let's have a good time watching the occasional ether fiend explode.
Abomination, Lord of Living, you shall burn for nothing.
All right, there's an ether fiend. I wanna have at least one of them blow up. There they go. Did you see all that? That was fantastic. I genuinely love it. It's so much fun watching them explode. Doesn't do much. They had all died before the explosions happened, and I don't think any other dudes got exploded. Good. I was kind of hoping that more Hellborn would spawn. There they go. You just have to say it out loud, and then they'll do it. They'll say, okay, here we are. I love it.
Enough. We shall deliver judgment.
I mean, 6:16 is not the best I have ever done by a long shot, but it will give me another scroll of restoration or two, and it will give me another opportunity to get the equipment that I want for the next build that we are going to try to follow. As always, there are no guarantees, but it'd be cool if we could get them. I'm legitimately surprised that he was still alive. I thought I had killed that guy already. Okay, so we'll start with the spoils of greater equipment. I'm going to take a quick switch over here. We want a lot of stuff. We've got a helmet and a ring. So we want another ring, amulet, focus, boots, and chest armor. Don't need the gloves. We can check against what we're currently running. Now, let's take a look. So, gloves on my Blood Wave Necromancer want critical strike chance as the most important thing, and this does not have it. Rings on the Blood Surge Necromancer, I want one with critical strike chance and attack speed, and this has neither. So, that's fine. Everything is garbage, we get to throw it away, that's cool. Get more fortification working up. At some point I need to travel to the den and deal with that. And since I still want gem fragments, in particular I want topaz, we're going to go with that one. I've got 6 scrolls of restoration. And I still have not found another escalating sigil. I will not be able to complete the season without finding a few more of those. Got one of those. I'm going to dump everything before I open that, just in case. I know it's not going to be enough to fill me up, but
Use it well.
I'd rather not have something on the floor that I have to pick up later. I've got a 2-star of that. And on this guy, I want overpower. I essentially want everything that I currently have, and this has only one of those. So, no.
I'll keep my forge hot. Return soon.
And now, I'm going to head to Kyovashad. Although I have no idea where I'm supposed to go for the Goblin event. I'm going to check a bunch of these towns. Yeah. It's a mystery. We'll never know. Okay. Yeah. So I gotta figure out where the goblins are. D4 Goblin event. Apparently it's supposed to be in Kyovashad. So we can check there later. But as of 5 hours ago, people were reporting that it was bugged out and not working correctly. So we will see if it's actually working. Let's see.
Hello.
All right, really fast. Let's take a look. We are 1 away from being done with this particular power that I have equipped. Not that I have. I'm not like holding it. Other people can use it if they want. Okay. Still no vampires. That's kind of what I'm looking for. There's vampires.
Well done.
All right. So we've got about 9 minutes, but of course some of that time is going to be spent
Even if they
trying to
don't
stay
want
alive and avoid stuff. As soon as the hell tide is over, they will stop generating enemies. Kinda hoping they'll generate some elites, especially a vampire. So that I can get this task checked off my list. Just gotta find one more vampire. Two more minutes of hoping that elites will spawn. Maybe if I stand still, some jewel guardians will show up. And I've got plenty of corpses, so I should start blowing those up. again, what we're aiming for is using our power, our Horadrim power. I didn't see if he had what I wanted. Everybody else is working on that. He was not vampiric. Got less than a minute left of enemies spawning. We've got less than 30 seconds of enemies. Alright. I would be genuinely shocked if any more showed up, but Jewel Guardians might. I just don't know if I would have a chance to kill those Jewel Guardians, because with everybody else around, I imagine they're gonna do a good job of taking them out. But let's go ahead and swipe away some stuff.
Greetings.
So,
Hello.
that was a mistake. I did not mean to fire off my ultimate.
Greetings.
But taking a look at this, I need to find, at
Hello.
minimum, 2 more escalating sigils in order to finish this off. I think that's the most likely one that I can accomplish. And then these last 3 will be a challenge. With this one in particular, it's kind of luck-based for me. Like, if I'm doing a lot of damage, then I can rip through dudes and go to the next group. But I just gotta have a constant influx of enemies. But if I spend too much time on one group, I think it's impossible to get to 200. So I need both my lucky hits working in my favor and enemy placement in my favor. So I genuinely think that doing the escalating nightmare dungeons is going to be the better option for finishing the season. Okie dokie. Bum, 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 bum. If you are just joining and trying to figure out what I'm bobbing my head to, here is the link to the jam. You'll see it all the way over there, but if you're in the chat, that's where you want to actually do it. If you're watching in the future, it's not going to work. Sorry. And I also usually stop the jam shortly after the stream ends, so like whatever songs you like or follow the playlist that I'm playing if you want to continue having a good time with it. Minutes. So in addition to applying and searching for jobs today, I also took the time to sit down and watch the newest episode of Game Changer from Dropout.tv. And it got me choked up. I was kind of surprised at it. I was not expecting it to be emotional, but it's still funny. Like, it's still a funny episode. But it does have a couple of moments where you're just like, oh, gaw, gaw. We got about a minute left before a Shava shows up. And then I have got to figure out how to get more escalation sigils, because they don't appear to be something that I can craft for myself. I think I actually have to earn them, so I become reliant on lucky drops, essentially. So
thanks.
That is going to be a problem. But if I'm wrong, if you know of a way to get those escalating sigils, feel free to let me know. I am fine with being wrong, especially for something like that, because I need a few of them.
Greetings.
Alrighty. Here comes a shop of pestilence. I always start with a jump, and so I don't usually try to fire off any of my abilities until they have moved. Watch out for that.
Not much gets past me.
Okay. I also think that I need to switch which ability fires off. What's his name? The dragon kid? Aidkin?
Thank you.
Oh no! All of us died. All of us who tried to heal that one dude. Oh no, and the person who healed me also died. That sucks.
I appreciate that.
Sorry, I can't get to you. You're in a poison pool. I'm gonna watch my health. Get the hell out of there. Alright, they want. They're not playing. They're not actually playing. If they are still in that poison pool, they're not actually playing.
Thank you.
That's corpse. Ag! Okay, I know I have gone a little bit quiet. I'm over here trying to survive. I find that my group that I am playing with might not be as powerful as I thought they would be. About a couple of them dying pretty frequently. So I gotta focus up. And try to get this taken care of. Step to the side. Oh, that was a bad move. I made a mistake. Alright, I am in the clear. And then I got killed trying to rescue that dude. Well, get over here and free me. Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Stay away from anything that can hurt me. There's so much stuff happening on the ground, so much floor is lava that I'm having trouble seeing what is good guy lava and what is bad guy lava. Interesting. And not a single extra baddie showed up.
Impressive. Thank you. Goodbye.
I appreciate that.
That not bad.
Goodbye.
Oh, wait. We're not going to Karagar because we wanted to see if the goblin area is over here. And as you are watching, you are earning beard hairs. You can use those on things like making me take a sip of water, which no one did, but I'm thirsty, so dang it. Okay. Now, there is no goblin statue, so I'm not sure where that event is taking place. I'm gonna grab one-handed weapons because with the next build that I am thinking of switching to, I need a focus. Okay. That's a shield. That's a shield. Never mind. I was over here thinking I found one. I did not. I found nothing.
Anything breaks, the forge is hot.
Okay. I think the best opportunity that I have for getting the nightmare sigils that I'm looking for is to just try to get into some of these nightmare dungeons and hope, just hope that one of them spawns the thing that I need. But this one has topaz. I am trying to collect a lot more topaz, so we might as well head in here, take care of this. Oh, sweet. And this one has a stronghold. Not that the last stronghold had what I was looking for, but if it's more likely to drop in a stronghold, then we want to go there. And before... Come on, my dude. Quit running around. I will come back to that. I just gotta make sure that these guys are taken out. Dang it. A bunch of them got away. So many of them. And I saw another one. Fire it on. Kinda sucked. We're gonna try to get up to these guys. Alright. I got one of a few of them, I guess. We're likely going to need to return to a town to deal with all this crap. Okay. Thought I saw another one, another Gerblin hanging around over there. Okay. Now, let's deal with this one.
Not much gets past me.
Before we go in there, I want to make sure that I've got everything charged up. Looks like it is. So let's head on in and see what happens. Come on, fire! There. All right. Test of might is a definite yes. And I guess killing lunatics. I don't know what swiftness motes do, so I usually ignore them. But I'll do the tethered one. There's the tether. I don't know if I've seen any of the lunatics. I don't remember if I actually selected that though, so that might be the reason I didn't see them. Okay. Not there yet. Don't know what those do except add more enemies to ambush me. But you know, cool, great, hooray. Alright, let's get over here. Ah! Give me my... blah, blah, blah. I'm all sorts of flustered. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's let them explode over there. Don't need to be right inside of their explosions. But I've only got like 15 seconds to try to max out my time. Come on. I thought that for sure was going to do it. We're definitely not going to do it if I get stuck on the environment like that. Alright, we did not max out. That's okay. My fault for getting stuck on the environment as much as I do. It's just hard to see. Okay, did I pick up the thing that I want to pick up? That's the question. I think I didn't. I did! There it is. So, well, we should have time to give that a shot. And the goal, if you remember, is to do it within 10 minutes. It's kind of a pain in the butt as far as goals go, but gotta do it. Dang it. Alright, well, let's plant our feet and do this event. gotta try to pay attention to this map. Because I can... Like, I can't see them when they're on the screen if they're far away, but if I can see their dot, I know that they are near. Oh my gosh. How am I out? Oh, there we go. Okay. That worked out. Everything there worked out. It wasn't perfect, but it worked out. Still looking for more vampires. And as a reminder, this is not the escalating nightmare dungeon yet.
Fresh meat!
Oh boy. Hello, Mr. the Butcher. There we go. Butcher's down. We are almost full on stiff. There he is. Let's get him, and I did not cancel out his ability. I shouldn't have hit him with the blood waves first. Should have hit him with my special abilities. So I gotta pay closer attention. That's another thing that I'm just not doing well. I've gotta pay close attention to what these elites are offering, or what they have as their superpowers. And if I see those vampiric fangs, I need to be striking them with my magic. I didn't see if that guy had them. Okay.
See what it is.
Good. Definitely need those. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We're just looking for one more, and there he is. So I'm gonna go get him. Introduce him to my blood waves. Alright. Got some Jewel Guardians sometimes. They have what I'm looking for. This time, they did not. That's okay. Okay, travel to the halls of the Ravenous. See what that entails. Return the mechanical box. And it looks like it's right there. Fantastic. I keep forgetting. Okay, give me a moment. I think we are relatively safe over here. There might be some Jewel Guardians who show up, but what I want to do is go here and tell him to fire this off when I fire off my ultimate. There we go. There's Altkin. summoner. What we got over here? Just some dudes. I am kind of looking for elites now. So we'll pass that. Sorry, hostages. Getting abandoned. Okay, do we see elites? I don't see any. I need to find someone with a vampiric ability. Well, need is a relative word. I don't necessarily need. It would just be nice to be finished with that. Okay, no elites there. No elites. Alright, I think I got it. I think I am ready to switch back to what I want to use. So, let's take a quick gander. Yes. Alright, now, whoops, here. We want to deactivate monster explosive effects. I don't think I know what explosive is. Like what it looks like. I don't do a lot of chill damage unless I switch over to the thing that allows for chill damage. The sword that I hate. It's not a sword, it's a weapon. Okay, let's get out of here and take a look. I'm tabbing away from the chat, so don't panic, my dudes. Okay. So on the chest armor, I want max life and intelligence. This has max life and intelligence, so I could... Whoops. Sometimes I do that. I'm going to favorite that. And then on the boots, we want armor. This does not have armor. Okay, so the boots are not going to work for us. Everything else will, so I'm just going to destroy all of it.
Greetings. How shall I guide my hammer?
Unfortunately, even though this is... I don't... I think that means that I could max out the Juggernaut's aspect, but I'm not. Hopefully we can max it out another time, because instead what I'm going to do is say get rid of life per 5 seconds and either give me armor or healing received. I'll take the armor. Good. And then we are putting on the aspect of hardened bones, which I have equipped currently. It's interesting that a lot of these things use some of the same aspects.
Filled with wonders.
But we are still building up our next build, essentially.
I forge more than horseshoes and nails. What do you need?
Okay, with all that taken care of, it is now time to do this one. I don't like drifting shades, but I've been having such a hard time finding escalation sigils that I just gotta use this. It is 5:22 my time. So we'll see if I can get this taken care of. Wish me luck. Cross those fingers.
Be ready.
So we are going for the 10-minute challenge, which means I am mostly ignoring what is going on here. I'll stop if I have to, but we're looking for the beast graveyard where the blackmailer is. Possibly down here. And if I can get through this really fast, then that just gives me even more time to work towards the other stuff. Excellent. Perfect. Okay. There's the blackmailer. Got it. So that was the first one, and we knocked out 2 birds with 1 stone, because apparently that was also a whisper from the tree. What am I doing? I need to stop. Okay, we gotta find fractured spirits and slay 3 of them. There's probably 1. Yes. Excellent. Got my blood mist ready. That's not it. There they are. Good, good, good. I have no problem with luring all these dudes towards me. They will eventually get bored and run away. There he is. Ah! Okay. There he is. Now, off to the door. I'm being stuck on the environment. It happens all the time. It happens way more often than I would like to admit. Okay. Animus carriers. Not too shabby. It's essentially doing exactly what we did, looking for bad guys. Okay, got that. Oh, these stupid doors. I wish they were not. This is what I wish. Come on, let me pick up. Let me pick it up. Okay. Damn it. Damn it. These doors. I keep thinking, like, sweet, I can just, like, get past everybody. But no, there's a door. And I have to stop what I'm doing and deal with a door. Let's keep running. There's 2 more of them, if I can get to them. I think I canceled both of their powers. I don't know. There's a screen glare on my television. Yeah. Holy crap. Okay. We did it. Now I just have to find the door. And looks like the door. Get me in, get me in. I don't want to fight all these dudes. I want to get through here. Okay, into the third one out of 4. Keep that in mind. Like, we've got a little ways to go. And stage 4 oh, crap. Alright, well, we're probably not going to accomplish it this time, now that I have to actually kill everything. That slows a lot of stuff down, so we'll just have to look for more escalation sigils. And continue to try to get stronger, so that we can actually complete these battles. I'm glad they're giving me extra experience. Just having a little bit of trouble keeping track of where the enemies are. Good, good, good. Whoops, missed that. Where did those dudes come from? Are they just... Oh, that sucks. I think this is one of those escalating nightmares where enemies will continually spawn. And I think that makes it so I will not be able to complete this. And that dude is even outside of my range. Dang it. Alright, well, we'll see what happens. We'll keep moving along and see what happens, how the game deals with the fact that enemies continuously spawn. Come on. There we go. Where we're really going to figure this out is when we eventually get to the end of enemies. If it still says there's one left, then that enemy that spawned outside of the map will have, well, ruined everything. Those. We're getting close to our moment of truth. I'm saying there's a countable number. Well, I mean, there's obviously a countable number, but they are willing to tell me how many are left. And oh, never mind. I think they were able to deal with that guy that spawned outside of the map. So as long as I don't have to kill these dudes, I'm gonna attempt to make up some time. Yeah, I didn't think my pet would actually go get those. We're looking for 3 bandit. Dang it. Alright, well I'm gonna slow down because I've run out of time. I started it at 5:22. Is now 5:32. I will not be able to accomplish that challenge. So, no reason to run in there and let these dudes take cheap shots at me. clearly they can one-shot me, so it is no longer worth it to try to be rushing. Somewhere around here, there is another ballista. And those are the dudes that can sometimes one-shot me, which is shocking because these guys, like, they're one of the early enemies, one of the earliest enemies you meet, and they remain powerful for the entire game. There's one of our captains. Okay. I genuinely dislike the drifting shades. I usually just oh crap,
Please,
another event.
help us get out of
I usually salvage any Nightmare Sigil that has the drifting shades. Because it's just not worth it. They're a pain in the butt. They are not conducive to any build that I have ever selected. Okay. So many dudes are causing me distress. And for some reason, these adventurers have continued following me. They really want me to do their event. And I'm sitting here like, guys, you are free now. Like, quit following me. As I said, those drifting shades are not conducive to the way I like to play this game. Which is the point. They want me to be mobile, but I have to plant my feet to cast a spell, and sometimes they're able to explode right as I am. That's another thing I like to do is try to set it off. And sometimes it's like, why would you do that? I'm not gonna explode yet. Like, let me chase you a little bit, then I'll explode. Alright, we're looking for the last corpse. We're looking for the last bandit. Okay. Just gotta make sure there aren't any dudes who are out trying to ruin my good times. Good. Good. Trying to get that drifting shade to fire where I was, and not where I want to be. Okay. Let's go take out this boss and then see what we've got with, what's his name? The main dude. The guy whose name I always forget. You know, the one for the whole season? That dude. I also have no idea who has generated all of this crap. Good. Got it. Alright, this guy usually vanishes about halfway through the fight. There he goes. I was gonna say, like, I just have to deal with it. I don't know if, like, I'm sure I could kill him in an earlier torment, but in this torment, I was just sitting here like, I don't know what I'm gonna do about this. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with it. Okay, now, we did not accomplish the 10-minute challenge, so our next goal is to try to take out Astaroth before the dog stands up again.
I'll turn this here to
The problem is, I usually don't do enough damage to Astaroth. Alright, we got him off his dog. I need my ultimate. Come on. Again. And again. Yeah, I don't think we're doing it. We're not doing nearly enough damage to even get close to... Yep, we failed again. Hopefully this is a new aspect that we're fighting him with, so that way we can at least move towards that challenge. But otherwise, we, you know, wasted another escalating sigil doing this. Okay.
How sweet the pain of destruction. Until next time.
Dang it. I always forget. Let's just let this go for about 20 minutes. Like, it's only 30. That's what bugs me. Couldn't they combine some of these files to make the number bigger? So I don't have to sit there and wait for an hour? We might use that. Too bad this one doesn't have anything that I want. I'm going to take a quick look at the build guide for the Blood Surge. They want cooldown reduction, which this does not have. Intelligence or max life, it does. And critical strike chance, which it does not. So this is garbage. This is a piece of garbage. Lots and lots of garbage. We are looking for critical strike chance and attack speed for a ring. And we did not get that either. Okay, well, we will leave and then come back for all of this. I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta try to get these things, and... I don't know how I'm going to do that 10-minute challenge. That seems almost impossible. I'm so flustered I accidentally melted some stuff I wanted to check. That's okay. It's okay. None of it matters. I'm not going to use that stuff. Now those are interesting. Like if I take a look at that... The dodge chance is what kind of ruins them. Yep. Also garbage. And that's critical strike damage, but not chance. So that's also garbage. So, alright, everything gets melted again. One day I will find the equipment that I need in order to make the switch. But with the last bit of time left, Let's head to this guy. Take a couple of cracks at him. Duriel. Because maybe he'll give me the armor that I want. I am still looking for the Shroud of False Death. It is the only piece of equipment that I am missing before I can switch to the mythic version of the Bloodwave build. And then it just turns out that, like every build, the Shroud of False Death is required for the Blood Surge build that I'm looking at. So if I could find it, it would be fantastic. Still getting stuck on the environment because I can't see. Not like really can't see. I've got a lot of screen glare. If you are new and you are always wondering why I say I can't see, it's because I've got screen glare across most of the screen. The later in the day that we go, the less I can see the screen. So I'm usually playing by watching the mini map and hoping that I don't run into parts of the environment that the mini map doesn't show me. It's not a perfect system, but it's the system I use. All right, cross those fingers. Not for the fight. I'm fairly confident about the fight itself. Cross your fingers for the treasure. Hopefully we are staying away from anything that could hurt us. There's one. Definitely don't like it when they're able to muscle through my ultimate. He was not able to muscle through. Okay. Now. Can't. Okay. I was like, I have no idea which direction he's facing. So I'm going to do my best. And then I remembered, I've got Blood Mist. I can always just use that. Speaking of, he almost got me again.
I find things, even if they don't want to be found.
Survived that. That dude is able to survive every time I do that to him. And shockingly, that dude survived this time. That time I actually did damage to him. The first time I didn't do any damage to him, which is highly disappointing. I'm gonna go Blood Mist because I have no idea which way he's facing. Excellent. Okay, cross those fingers. We want the Shroud of False Death. That is what we are looking for. That's what we need. Don't think we got it. I don't see any purple. And I don't think any of these are going to be things that I keep. I'm pretty sure with exception to the Godslayer crown, I've got 2 stars on everything. And I need like 3 more Bach in order to just buy a Shroud of False Death. Well, that and a Resplendent Spark. But the runes are what's harder to come by. wish that I didn't have to deal with that particular attack. Pools of poison kind of bug me. There we go. If you are listening along to the jam, this song called Mississippi, or I think it's by, but it could be featuring Aesop Rock. I played it around my kids, and now they're requesting it. They're like, "When are you using that song that spells Mississippi?" It's cute. Dang it, I should have been paying attention. That was my fault. I saw him going down and I was like, I could hit him again. And that time I didn't even see him. Didn't even know he was coming at me. I was just sitting here like, he'll come up eventually. I didn't see him at all. Stupid me. Let's start it over. That was another waste. Here he comes. I've got my eye on him. Once again, dude in the bottom left corner is able to completely ignore my attack. So irritating. That time he's down. Good. Good. Okay. Alright, I saw where he was that time, so I don't need to use my blood mist. Okay, I'm paying attention this time. I'm not gonna let him get me. I'm smart this time. Using my brain. Okay. He is able to ignore my ultimate every time I do it to him. Let's see if I can get him a second time. There we go. Now some damage is done. Okay, that worked out. All right, let's cross those fingers.
They were nothing.
At least we'll get another shot at it with Belial.
That easy.
Again. A big hit. Can I get him again? Nope. He's gonna avoid it.
There is no escape.
Come on. I even hit him with my big hits. I've got this one move that I think is the best move to do against him. I think I'm supposed to fire off the blight first. Sometimes I run out of blight. For essence is what I run out of.
This is just the beginning.
Nope, didn't get it again. That's okay. All right, well, it was a good effort. It was a good effort. I've got enough to go after him one more time tomorrow, so I will probably do that. And of course, I've also got enough to make more keys. Let's see. Godslayer Crown. Got a 2-star. Mutilator Plate. Got a 2-star. Soul Brand. There we go. What about you? Black River. And then we want the Hand of Nas. There we go. What are you? Temerity. There it is. And that should be all of them. So that's junk. That's junk. And we're looking at 19 versus 30. I'll take the 30. 156 versus 126. 100 versus 95. 94 versus 85. The rest can get junked.
What's left, you ask?
And there we go.
Hammer sings on your
Okay, so things that I want to do. I want to figure out where I'm supposed to go for the Goblin event. I think that it's Kyovashad. I think that's where it's supposed to be, but it's not there yet. I have ranked up once, and so if I can figure out where to turn that in, then I will be golden. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I doubt it would be in the DLC areas. And I also doubt it would be in any of the towns. I think it's going to be in a capital. But it's just not available yet, I guess? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where the Goblin event is happening. More treasure goblins have been seen in the area. Whatever's going on, they must like it. Because it looks like they've invited all their friends. So this also doesn't tell me where to go to turn it in. But, you know, we can work on this a little bit more tomorrow, as well as working towards the season. We've got to find more escalating sigils so that we can get in there and try to accomplish the season journey. One more time, what we are working on are 2 of these. Any of these, I just got to do 2 of them. So whenever I get an escalating sigil, what I'm aiming for is the 10 minutes or less. Best I have done is, I think, 30 minutes. Like, I am not anywhere close to doing that. And then defeating Astaroth before the dog gets back up. I got closer today than any other time, and I still didn't even get him past a quarter of his health. But I am going in the right direction, at least. And then this one is just a luck-based one. Hopefully we find that leaping amalgam. But you don't have any way of choosing these ones. They show up at the end of an escalating dungeon. And so you just got to be lucky. I have been lucky enough to get 4 of these. I think I have completed 5. So, like, it's not a guarantee by any means that you will get the ones that you are missing. And then this one is going to be a pain in the butt. That's why I'm so focused on the escalating nightmares, because I'm like, the best I've done is like 120. But we can try that again tomorrow as well. So, if you're new here and you want to be a part of that, make sure to hit that follow button. You can join us tomorrow for even more of this wonderful season. We're so close to finishing the season, so I would love to have you there. So hit that follow button and turn on your notifications. If you're into podcasts, check out mine. It's called Potato Chip Pictures. It's a movie franchise review podcast, and I would love for you to check that out. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye. Yeah.